Hi everyone! So it's Sunday now, yes. Come and sit down and join me and we'll have a little discussion about my lovely weekend. I'm a day late putting my videos up today because if you've watched my previous videos, it's been the my hometown's children's festival this weekend. And I mean, as I said, when you're a child, you wake up and you put on your nice frocks, and it's a really, really good day for the kids, but it's also a very good day for the adults as well, because it's pretty much, it's the one day in the year in my hometown where everyone just comes out and gets really, 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 really drunk all day, which is pretty much how the day goes, for the adults anyway. But it all kicked off on Thursday night. I actually finished at well, I was supposed to finish at 12:30, but due to bits and bobs, I ended up finishing at 1. And I got down, I took my cats down to Bowness with me to my mum's house, and they stayed the weekend as well. And they loved it. They really, well, they've been there before at my mum's house. They stayed there for about a month or two. I think it was only a month. And so when they went down, they were happy, and they were happy and calm, and they've got all the treats, of course. They got all the love from the family. But so I went down on Thursday, and when someone's when a child is part of the, I don't know if everyone will have this type of thing, but there's the queen who's in the sort of the highest year in your primary school, in primary 7, and then you've got ladies in waiting, you've got the fairies and the flower girls and presentees and things. I tried to get some footage, but unfortunately I was just a little bit drunk at the time, so it didn't turn out very well. But when one of the kids or something in the fair, they get a big arch built outside their house, and on the Thursday, the day before the fair day, everybody in Bowness goes out and everybody looks at all the arches. So that's what we've done on Thursday. My little brother came with us actually. He's not a big fan of the fair, he's never been, but my mum forced him to come out with us all. So he came out, and I found out that he liked fairy tales, so me and him spent the entire of the Thursday evening talking about fairy tale and other animes as well, so yeah, that was quite good. But you go to bed on your Thursday, and when you wake up on Friday at 7 o'clock in the morning, you have a drink. You always just have a drink. However, it was the EU referendum, and woke up on the Friday to find out the results and things like this. So it was quite a relaxed morning. Instead of having a couple of drinks and things like that, we just sat and watched the news about that. But yeah, so it was such a good weekend. The Friday was great. My mum was so drunk, because we'll go down to the park, we'll watch the Queen being crowned and everything like that, and then you go and get another drink. And yes, I drank lots and lots of Prosecco. Lots of Prosecco. But my mum was having a wee barbecue later on that night, so she was drunk. And the barbecues wouldn't stay lit because everybody was too drunk to keep them going. So we never actually got that much food, which is probably why everyone was so drunk. So Saturday was just spent just dying. But there was quite a few really, really, really nice moments actually. Probably the best one, and I'll put the video on this so you can see it, but in the big parade that goes around the town, there's all the pipe bands and everything, and sometimes the parade will have to stop for something, and normally the bands just stand there. Sometimes they'll play a song and such stuff, but one of the pipe bands stopped and they stood in a circle, and they played that really, it was not it wasn't emotional for me, but I thought it was really, really, really nice that they'd done it. But there was quite a few people that were quite emotional about it. And as I say, I'll put the video on just in a second, so you can. I'll only put about a minute of it on, so you can sit and watch it. But it was really, really, really nice that they'd done that. And I mean, they got up and went away, but it was really, really, really good.
Like the suggestion that we can have the weekend of like this one and a blank and No, I didn't want to
But that is pretty much the only footage I got of the fair day, because as I said, I was a little bit drunk. I got lots and lots and lots of photos as well, which I will be putting up the photos on my Twitter and my Instagram as well, so you can have a look at them. But yeah, so the Saturday was actually really, really, really nice, because the Friday you get up, you get dressed and you go, and that is you for the full day. You're just out and about, or even if you're just sitting having a drink or something, you're still busy. There's no time to just sit and relax. So on Saturday, the fair Saturday is always relaxing day. So we all got up and I went to my grand's for a cup of tea actually. But my mum, what didn't get cooked on the barbecue the night before, which was quite a lot by the way, she just grilled on, and we all sat outside, and it was actually a really, really, really nice night. My mum was feeling a little bit delicate, and my auntie was feeling a little bit delicate, so they only had a couple of drinks. Well, my auntie only had one actually, and she didn't finish it. However, my mum, we ended up having a few later on, because Glastonbury was on the TV. So we sat and watched Adele, who was fantastic by the way. I wasn't ever too sure about Adele gigs, because I thought, you know, her music's, they're all ballads, well not all of them, but most of them are ballads and quite slow and things. But she put on such a good show, and she's so funny, she's so down to earth. Like she would sit and she would be singing this beautiful ballad song, she would go, fucking hell! It was really funny. But that was, and I was up until like 5 o'clock this morning because of this little cat here. This one. Who's now sleeping. And she's sleeping because she was also up all night jumping. Jumping off of the bunkers in Mum's kitchen, knocking all the bottles down, knocking all the glasses down. She was jumping on me. I was like, ooh. And we left the windows open all night because it was quite warm. So some flies came in, some moths came in. So I woke up with, again, this little white demon sitting in front of me, sleeping. She jumped on my bladder this morning. I was like, oh, no. Because she's a dick. So I never got much sleep last night. But I sat and watched The Avengers, and then I sat and watched Captain America Winter Soldier. And I actually feel like Christmas morning, yesterday morning, my mum and my auntie were still in their bed because they were really, really, really drunk. And I sat up and I watched the first X-Men and then something else. Can't remember what else I watched. I watched something else. But I felt like Christmas morning for some reason. I have no idea why. Maybe it was a hangover. Because most Christmas Eves, me and my sister, we go out and have a few drinks. A few. Yeah. Last Christmas Eve I was really, really, really drunk, and it was really good. Where was I? Yeah, I was actually going to come home yesterday afternoon. I was going to come home, I was going to get cleaned up, and I was going to record my video yesterday, but I was dying, and that meant moving, and I didn't want to move. So I ended up just staying last night again, but it was actually a really, really nice night because no one was as drunk. I mean, when my mum gets really, really drunk, she just party. I mean, I went to a different party for a while, but when I left, they were dancing in the back garden, my mum and my auntie. And when I came back, they were sitting on the sofa, cuddled in, laughing and giggling, and it was really funny. But yeah, so I mean, it was a really, really good weekend. Today's been really quite nice as well. It was mostly getting things cleaned up from the weekend, and that has been good. mean, I didn't actually, because I stayed up so late with this little arsehole, I ended up sleeping really quite late as well, so yeah, it was well, not late, I got up at like 11, well, 11 is late for me, but it's not like late. I mean, Manny didn't get out of bed till 3 p.m. yesterday. So this morning I slept a little bit later, but now I'm home in my nice little living room with my, oh, my cats are funny. Oh, it's not funny. Lulu, the little dark one, she doesn't mind car journeys that much. However, Olaf meows and meows and meows. And as soon as Olaf starts meowing, Lulu starts meowing. But I think they've been tired this weekend after being moved. So when I was bringing them back, they were actually really quite quiet. And I had Lulu on my knee because Lulu gets scared. Well, she doesn't get scared. She gets really quite twitchy and agitated when you move her. Not in the car, but when she gets there, she gets a little bit agitated. So I thought I'll sit with her on my knee. And I could see her trying to look out the window, so I had her up at the window whilst we were driving up. I didn't drive. My gran actually came and picked me up because I don't get paid till Tuesday. But my gran came and picked us up, me, the cats, and everything else that I had to take down with me. So she brought me back today, and it's actually been quite nice since I got back as well. I went for my shower, so I'm all feeling all clean and I smell lovely now. Not that I smelled bad before, like. But yesterday I woke up and I didn't go for a shower, I didn't get dressed. Well, I went to see my granny, but I had my pyjama top on and I just put my leggings on. But honestly, I just sat and done nothing. It was so nice yesterday. The sofa is not very comfortable at my mum's house. It's extremely uncomfortable actually, and Lulu was trying to cuddle in. But there wasn't any space for her, and so it was, yeah. But yeah, it always is such a good weekend of fair. And I normally stick close to my family at the fair day because I don't know, I prefer it. It's always more comfortable. My uncle was down. My uncle lives in Edinburgh. Well, I've got two uncles. One that lives round the corner from where my mum is, and one that lives in Edinburgh. And we don't really get to see the one that's in Edinburgh that often, even though it's so close. It's still a nightmare to get to his house, so we don't really see him that often. But he was so drunk. I mean, when we first saw him, he was really bad. But he had a good time anyway. Everyone had a good time. It was thoroughly enjoyable, and I can't wait till next year again. But now, I think the next big thing that I've got to think about is Halloween. And as I said before, I still don't know what I'm doing. I still don't know what I'm wearing. I just don't know. But it's still a wee while to go. But today I looked at my my countdown reminders, and I've got 33 days till I go on holiday, and it's 181. Well, not on holiday. On holiday from work, and it's 181 days till Christmas. So I'm excited. I was going to take the half day on because I'm working right up until Christmas Eve, and I was going to take the half day, and that because we only work the half day on Christmas Eve, so I was thinking about taking a half day and then I would just be off for the full day. Because on Christmas Eve, me and my sister, for the last few years, we went into Falkirk. Not to get anything, just it's such a nice atmosphere. So we were thinking about, I was thinking about taking the half day so that I could go and do that. I'll not be driving this year though, I've drove the last like 2 years. And it would be very good to sit and have a little drink. I'm not an alcoholic, by the way, I just drink a lot. So they all say, but no, it's good to have a drink on occasion. But I've drank this entire bottle of Diet Cola today. Diet Cola is great for when you're feeling hungover. But finished all my drink. There was cocktails as well. My mum made watermelon daiquiri and strawberry daiquiri and sangria, and it was vodka in the watermelon daiquiri because my sister doesn't like Bacardi, and that wasn't for her, but she wanted the watermelon with the vodka instead. So I think my mum kind of overestimated how much vodka you needed for it, and she made more sangria later in the night, and she made more strawberry daiquiri later in the night, but she can't remember doing it. but they're really, really good cocktails, but they kind of knocked you. But there was still the fruit left in the bottom, because she put watermelon with the watermelon one, she put the strawberries with the strawberry one, and she left all the, well, sangria like that anyway. So the next day, instead of just throwing the fruit out, because they had been sitting in the fridge all night, so the fruit was all actually fine. I'd just been soaking in alcohol for the day and a half. So we just buzzed it up and had smoothies. And they were actually like really, 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 really strong. They were nice though, but really, really, really strong. So that's most of what we had last night. I'm sitting on my foot and it hurts. But there's nothing else happened this week. It's literally just been a lead up to the fair day. And I've had quite a good week actually. My boss, as I said, she went off on Friday and that's her off for 2 weeks. So it has been busy, like super, super, super busy. But it's not been a bad busy. I've been busy and the days have went really, really quickly. So I went for a walk with my friend on Wednesday night, or was it Tuesday night? Whatever night it was. And I put on really ridiculous shoes for doing it. So I had blisters on the soles of my feet. So I thought, I'm walking, you always walk a lot on the day before the fair and on the fair day. And I thought, that's got to be wonderful, having blisters all over my feet. But it was fine on Thursday. But I mean, I've worn the same pair of shoes for the last 6 years at the fair day because they're comfortable. They're wedges, but they're so comfortable and they've never ever given me problems before. But I had blisters all over my feet this time. So I ended up saying to my brother, "Can you run over and get my shoes?" And he says, what colour are they? I says, well, they're white and they're under the table. And he came back with my mum's little like trainers. I've not got an example here, but they're not like big bulky trainers, they're just cute little trainers. They're basically like these, but they come up to here with laces. And they were like peach with wee flowers on them. And the dress I was wearing was peach. And it had this sort of lacy bit at the top. There's a photo on my Instagram actually, but that was what it was. And the trainers went really, really nice with it, so I just wore them for the rest of the day. Because I couldn't wear those shoes any longer. But I mean, the rain held off quite a lot during the day. It rained in the morning before we went and got our first drink. It rained heavy. But we weren't getting a drink, so it didn't really matter. And then when you went to the park, we've got things called presentees, and it's basically just the kids get up and they do a dance. And some of them, the school that I was in primary school, I think there's 6 primary schools, or there's 5 primary schools in Bowness, and there's one outside Bowness. I think that, aye. But anyway, the school that I went to when I was younger, they're always rubbish at the fair day. They just don't have a very good choreographer. But the school that one of my best friends went to, primary school, they're always really, really, really good. Even though they're really, really young, they're really, really good. But the theme for the school that I went to, it was the Minions. And there was a school that done Star Wars. So, I mean, it was quite good. But yeah, so like the crowning happens and everything, and then the presentees go on at the end, and then once they're finished, everyone leaves. And I've got this little bit here that's really annoying me. But the rain held off right to the very end, until the last presentees had went on, and then it started pouring down with rain. So everyone basically ran for the hills to get indoors. And me and my mum, my auntie, my other auntie and her family, we went down to the pub, and I got more Prosecco. And apparently it started hailstones when we were down there. When we were inside, we were getting pissed, so we really didn't, well, not that we didn't care, but at least the sort of main part of it was over for the kids. So they got it really good. And it rained a little bit later on, when everyone was sort of inside getting their lunch and things. And then the sun came back out for the parade, so you can't really complain. It was actually, the weather was quite good this year compared to, like, it poured down with rain all day last year, so it was quite good for it. But yeah, I just thought I'd come and say hi and tell you about my weekend. I know I was a day late this week. I will be Saturday next week again, but just today is different because I was too hungover yesterday. I mean, literally, my hair was a bit out to here, and I didn't put any makeup on. I just stayed in my pyjamas. I had to force myself to put a bra on to go see my granny yesterday. But yeah, it was such a really good weekend. And as I said, I've got 33 days till I'm off from work for a week. I need to stop sitting here. I need to get like a little chair or something. But anyway, sorry. But yeah, that was my weekend. And it was a good weekend. So I can't wait till the next time that I've got as I said, I think, well, my birthday is coming up in August. And I've got the week off round about my birthday. So I'm actually, instead of having, like, going out this year, because last year we went to a Chinese buffet place. And it was a bus and a train to get there. And then we went out back in Falkirk, and it was a lot of money. And not a lot of people could afford to do both. So it was, most people came to the buffet. And it was me and my best friend and one of my other really, really close friends. We went out and got absolutely, like, so drunk. We bumped into a lot of other people because I shared my birthday with one of my other friends as well. But so this year, instead of going out, I'm just going to have a little cocktail, well, not little, I'm going to have a cocktail party, and my friend's going to bring Cards Against Humanity, and we'll just see who the worst person alive is amongst their friends. Unfortunately, I won a couple of times. What does that say about me, huh? But anyway, today is literally just going to be relaxing and getting ready for work tomorrow for my 2 weeks without my boss. That'll be fun. So I'm sitting watching X-Men, the second one at the moment, which I do really, really enjoy the X-Men movies, but Netflix doesn't have, I don't think that's, I'm watching Now TV at the moment, and I don't think that's got, like, the next ones. I don't know. But it'd be quite nice to sit and watch them all. I would quite like to watch the Wolverine ones, because that's a happy day for me. But anyway, I am going to get away and let you get along with your weekend, and I will speak to you all. I said it definitely will be Saturday next weekend, because I don't plan on getting, well, actually, saying that, I get paid on Tuesday, and Friday's my Prosecco night. I like my Prosecco night. We'll see. It will definitely be Saturday anyway, because I never get that drunk on a Friday. It's normally just me sitting watching movies with a bottle of Prosecco. So I'll see you all later, and I hope you have a nice day.